really much you can do to trade it out. Again, it just comes down to the range difference that Viper is abusing very well here to trade better. As he goes in once again, there's going to be more damage in onto Ruler, as now a stun goes in onto Delight, but Viper steps up and immediately has to step back. Ruler and Duro are still going to have this wave pushing, but they're not winning the 2v2.
Yeah, and Viper's just continuing to stack, and this is going to get better and better for him as time goes on. Even in the short term, like, it does just get easier. We didn't see a barrier trade or anything like that.
Okay, goes for the combo, and now Duro's in a lot of trouble as the root comes down. A couple more autos would do it, but Delay actually the first one to go down. But it's still the kill given over to Viper.
Viper also had the flash there at the end of that ramping turret damage, just was not willing to risk it. I think it was a wise choice, but they do end up getting a kill to the Senna versus a kill for Braum. Feels much better for Hanwha Life Esports, but for Duro, was able to at least get something back out of that exchange. I really love that play from Delight, calculating so carefully, so well, the desynced timers there off the recalls to get in and actually catch Duro only after Ruler had finished his back, and then is able to isolate and kill him. Will cause him to go down as well, but Viper picking up a kill is the big win. And we're going to see a bit of a freeze here from Ruler. This Dragon is being taken meanwhile, so control ward on this. As Delight went down to help this out. I think helped a lot by the fact that Zeka has maintained consistent prio in mid lane. Alistair just goes down there, and that's a Dragon. Over the side of Hanwha Life.
Also, Keen is somehow losing this lane. I'm not really sure how that's possible at this point in the game. So definitely another question mark. But all these lanes that you felt like Gen.G should be winning, they're not really winning.
Yeah.
Seeing the Senna Alistair, you get to begin to understand how that is working out there. But also, I feel like Ruler and Duro aren't really respecting that either. Because now TP is going to come in, and Keen does get rooted. He is still middly. I'm not sure if they have the damage here. Another stun comes down. And yeah, he doesn't really care. But he does take a lot of damage. Viper
get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the fact that he has this much this early feels really nice. And that's a buff coming through in part, but also just a great landing phase from him and Delight. Gen.G will finally start these grubs up on the top side of the map, but I don't think they're getting 3.
Yeah, they'll get 2. Looks like Canyon. Ooh, be stopped there, but that's just fine. He gets away. There were 4 people from Hanwha Life Esports up.
Looks
do have that pressure for the Drake.
I mean, Keen's teleport timing here, it's just a few seconds off. He's going to back. But it feels like Hanwha Life made a weird call. Like, they decided to send the Sun to top side, but still want to contest for the Drake. They got enough time, though, for Viper to come down here. And Keen is running towards the river himself, but there's no prio for Zeus right now, so it is going to be a really tricky fight. That being said, Peanut's on this first.
Oh. Canyon snuck in the little corner there, but then they do spot him. I'm not sure if they're really going to be able to push out Canyon in this case, though. As Peanut is going to go in, they actually turn immediately onto him, but the Impale comes down onto 2. Canyon does live, and so the assassination attempt doesn't really work. Duro trying to get in the front, but now they turn immediately on the Peanut, but it's a trade of junglers, and Gen.G are not winning this fight. Duro in a really rough spot, and Keen is being chased down. Unfortunately for Zeka, he doesn't have another Spirit Rush. As Ruler, still full health, the engage comes in from Delight, as he's trying to take down Ruler for the team, and he might just be not able to do enough here. Wait for free. There's nothing really they can handshake. They don't have pressure in top or bot, so either you group or you're just giving up the Drake, and it looks like they're just giving up the Drake.
I mean, the lead here in the top lane is Aces, He got a kill earlier on, and I mean, he's just chilling. Like, it's not like the Nidalee into the Gwen matchup is just a free set of, like, it's not going to give you half the turret here while they take Dragon. It's not really a cross map is what I'm saying. They just have a side laning Nidalee up there on the top side. There's no plate gold to even pick up, even if he was really putting that extra pressure on. Zeus is just weathering the storm as Hanwha get the Dragon for free after the team fight win. I mean, look, he's putting a little bit of damage on, and they do have 2 grubs, so it's not nothing here, but compared to the value of the Dragon, it feels like basically nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, a bit of damage onto the turret isn't much when you consider, you look at the other side, Zeka's
to popularize that, so it can make sense in this scenario. Canyon maybe has an angle.
He's just going to have to go for the seal as, he whipped down to 4 health, and Canyon now is in a really rough spot. Gets the Impale only on the Peanut. Ruler just trying to zone him away, though, and Peanut gets low himself. Big knockup, and now Toby's here doing the damage. Takes out the Ahri, gets the gigantic shutdown, and Hanwha Life just bots this one. Gen.G called a bluff, and immediately turn this fight around, get 4 kills, and now they're in the lead.
All right, well, I guess we just toss it back. The setup there was pretty shaky at best, I think, for Hanwha Life Esports, and Ruler played the fight really well despite not having flash spaced incredibly well, and then the damage coming through from Chovy, the Emperor's Divide that comes out late, was just enough as Canyon goes in, and like you said, it was 4 health. And the Xin Zhao in this case And, well, just like that, Chovy's going to lead again.
We're going in again.
Canyon!
And now he's got Canyon right into the wall, and nothing that Zeus can do. He doesn't even ghost because he knows he's dead. Maybe a cross map here, though, as we have Keen in a lot of trouble. He flashes, but the follow flash comes through. And the tanking is coming in, but the damage is not Keen. Lives for so long, and even Zeka can't hit the kill. And that Nidalee, man, so annoying. Keen does not go down.
You'd think Hanwha would know by now. The best top Nidalee in the league on their team, but just such a difficult champion to lock down, has the heals. Now, it's still a successful cross map. They push him away. They get his flash, and the Herald gets the turret. But in return, Gen G will get the inner turret in mid, the outer turret in bottom lane, and a heavy index that ultimately gets them something. But it's not an equal trade. It's not a fair trade. Hanwha Life, 3,000 gold down now, punished by Gen G. You know, there's been symptoms of this for Hanwha, but usually not on, like, Herald flip fights. It's more about, you know, they get great leads from lane, especially from their solo laners, and the Viper carries later on after they make a few mistakes in side lanes or overextend there. Like, Zeus is pushing a little bit too hard, but then they win the fight. That happens on the important objective later on because their team fighting is really, really good. And Viper, once he gets some more items online here on this farming Senna, is going to have a lot of agency in those fights, but it doesn't look like they're ever going to have map control to take them on their terms for the rest of the game, and the Ahri's agency goes down so massively when you do lose that control. So Hanwha dropping the ball a little bit on this one, and we are going to have one of those important objective fights, it looks like right now. Keen taking the turret out top side, does have TP. He is Nidalee, of course, so he might not be that interested, but I just don't see them getting anywhere near. This is the vision control I was talking about. You just can't play Ahri if you don't know what you can charm. You can't see who you should charm. How can you play the fight?
Peanut's got to get in somehow. He was in the Shroud, and they're not exactly able to zone him away. I think he can just dash in on that, and yeah, he goes in, but they immediately turn on the Peanut, and it will be the Otacon over to the side of Gen Z. Now a big sweep on Zeus, and the damage from the soldiers is gigantic right next to that wall. As Canyon gets away somehow at the end of it all. He does it again.
Wait,
Chovy goes down. Chovy Penta angle, perhaps. As, yep, they're going to try to block for him. The Quadra comes through, and Chovy comes in and picks up the Pentakill.
Another Penta! Chovy picks it up. 8 kills now on the Azir. And what looked like Hanwha had such a strong foothold in, it looked like maybe we were going to have that 3-game series. Maybe it looked like it wasn't because also with the 8, he gets 2,500 on the Penta. But Chovy, the man just says no. Says no, it's just going to be business as usual. It's just going to be. They force the Penta.
We have more fighting here. Which, again, they're focusing the Skarner. This is never going to go well for you. Keen jumping in at multiple people, and now Chovy is in a rough spot, actually. He's got a lot of people on top of him, but his team is right there. Canyon getting low. Peanut will go down, but so will Chovy. Maybe an angle, but now Ruler on the back line trying to take down Viper, and he will be able to. Ruler just unchecked in this fight. Picks up a triple in this one. I don't think it's the Quadra. Here comes Zeus trying to go 1v3, and it looks like Gen G will just back away from that one.
He doesn't have Ghost anymore. I don't think Zeus can actually force this any further.
Ruler wants it. Ruler wants it. Oh, he dashes over the wall, and now, now he's going to get multiple kills. Yeah, he has his miss back.
I don't really know why we egoed.
And they're just getting more Mountain Drakes as well, which just makes them able to skirmish more and more.
Yeah.
From ahead, I mean, you take some defensive items, you're just kind of unkillable.
You really will be. I mean, Chovy already has the Andres picked up. He picked it up third. Then was able to buy an arm guard, and he's going to have the Zhonya's armor on top of the mountain dragons he's picked up. They'll amplify that once he does have that, so he is well and truly full Battle Azir mode, lethal tempo on the rune. You know, I mean, like it just doesn't get better than this. If you're Azir, level 16, most experience in the game, and this started off with a pretty hefty lead for Zeka in the laning phase. And it's just that one Herald fight, really, that threw things into all disarray, as Gen G are just going to say there's no way they can contest this Baron. They have control vision on it. I mean, they're going to try. Peanut does have Flash. I just don't know if there's any hope here.
No real reason for Gen G to flip it, so they're going to stop. I feel like they could have continued and maybe try to get the TP and then stop, or at least try to go for a turn.
I think they're going to do that now.
Yeah. But still going to be vision here, and Peanut's closer this time. TP will have to be channeled sometime soon. There it is. They're going to pull off of it, but now Hanwha is in the pit, but they're on the Braum ultimate, and again, Chovy is so safe. They got them in the choke point like it's StarCraft. They're just ripping them to shreds, and Zeus is going to get stunned here on the bottom side. It's a triple. Wait, not again. No way.
Wait, hold on.
No way.
He does not have Flash. Canyon can hold him in place potentially.
The double Penta?
It's gonna
You gotta be kidding me.
He's looking for the slow.
Oh, Canyon takes it away. I think there was just no way he could have
he didn't
gotten
have
it.
He didn't have flash.
But that would have been insane.
I don't know. The only other way. No, there's no way. He couldn't have. There's no way. It's not a steal. It's just Canyon listening to Coach Kim and securing the kill.
Yeah. They'd rather win the game than get the double penta. It's understandable.
And win the game. They will. Valdez sub 30 minutes here. 27 almost on the dot. The Nexus turrets will fall. And what was a good start for Hanwha Life quickly faded away as Chovy does it again. 4 items on the Azir. Pentakill picked up.
Yeah. And they're just picking up the scraps here as well. The Nexus goes down. Gen G are just that good. Hanwha are